the Atlantic breathes a brief sigh of relief. North of the Canary Islands, 2 American submarines, USS Boston and USS Birmingham, silenced the mighty Vilnius, an Orel-class aviation cruiser whose breakout threatened to upend NATO's strategic rear. The sinking of the Vilnius has stunned the Kremlin, yet for Nikolai Marshal Ogorkov, the loss is but a tactical setback. Even as the Soviet naval forces reel from the blow in the south, his eyes remain fixed on the grander prize: the total encirclement of NATO through the conquest of Denmark and West Germany. To that end, the storm now shifts north, towards the North Sea and the windswept Jutland Peninsula. Ogorkov's strategic calculus is chilling. With Finland, Sweden and Norway under Soviet occupation, and Copenhagen Straits firmly in Soviet hands, the next phase is underway. Domination of the North Sea to pave the way for a full-scale amphibious assault on Denmark's western coast. By sweeping the waters northwest of Esbjerg clean of NATO warships, the Soviets can drive a dagger into the heart of Europe, cut off NATO's lines of reinforcements from the Atlantic, and collapse the Northern Front once and for all. To achieve this, the Soviet Baltic and Northern fleets have surged 2 powerful surface action groups, codenamed Eagle and Osprey, through the Skagerrak and into the storm-wrecked waters of Jutland. Their task? Sweep away NATO's fragmented naval defenses, clear a corridor for the invasion force, and assert dominance over one of the most contested maritime gateways in the war. Bristling with Kinder-class cruisers, Sovremeni and Udaloid-class destroyers, and supported by Tu-95 recon aircraft, these groups represent a formidable challenge. But NATO is no longer scrambling. It is converging. The thunderous response comes from 4 directions. Task Force Blitzen, Denmark's bold, fast attack craft, charge in from the east to disrupt the Soviet vanguard. Task Force Lion, accelerating from the south, has been reformed around the mighty HMS Illustrious, an Invincible-class aircraft carrier armed with Sea Harriers with a combined UK-German destroyer and frigate escort group. From the west, Task Force Lynx, under the nuclear-powered cruiser USS Texas, returns to the fray as the core of NATO's central bulwark, bolstered by additional USN assets. And surging down from the north, fresh reinforcements, known as Task Force Thunder, led by the battleship Wisconsin, aims to shatter the Soviet rear with overwhelming firepower. Under the surface, USS Portsmouth and HMS Scepter patrol ahead of the surface fleet. Amid a violent tempest and choking fog, these forces race toward a clash worthy of the battle's World War I namesake. Once again, the waters of Jutland prepare to bear witness to a naval confrontation of epic scale. Not of dreadnoughts and broadsides, but of missile salvos, electronic warfare and ship-to-ship duels across rain-swept radar screens. As waves crash over decks and radar echoes bounce across stormy skies, the fate of the North Sea and perhaps all of Western Europe will be decided. Hey there, welcome to the Battle of Jutland, 1984 style. We have a couple of task forces, ours and theirs. They have Task Force Osprey and Eagle. We have Task Forces Blitzen, Lion, Lynx, and Thunder. Now Thunder is going to have to race to catch up to these guys, because normally the AI is running around at 19, 20, 21 knots. They're going to be after doing 25 to 30 of them to catch that, and especially with harpoons getting into range, that's going to be a challenge. Of course, as Thunder rushes forward, we'll have to escort them somehow with an anti-submarine screen. Now, the objective is to wreak havoc upon Osprey and Eagle. They both need to go. And in order to do that, I think Lion is going to be my most important asset. Because establishing a central kill zone using converging firepower and air attack coming from Lion. Because watch this. We have an actual aircraft carrier. We have HMS Illustrious. Isn't she gorgeous? This is from the Royal Navy mod pack. And this is going to be a very important asset for me this time. Because these Harriers are capable of throwing out missiles. They are capable of throwing out anti-ship missiles. In fact, only 2. But if you throw 12 Harriers in the sky and throw 24 missiles at a target, something is going to have to get hurt on the opposite side. So, what sort of missile is that? It's the AS-37 with a range of 59 miles, which is not bad. They're active radar homing. I don't have to tell them where to go. It's just simply point, shoot, and run away. And do it again. So this British task force here is, of course, led by Illustrious, but escorted by a couple of other ships. We have Avenger, Ardent, Liverpool, Exeter, Cardiff, Rommel, Mulders, and Southampton. Personally, I'm not that big of a fan of the British ships, because most of the time they don't do as well as you would like them to do. But hey, it's a start. Also present in the battle sphere are the Scepter and Portsmouth. You cannot really get too much out of these speed-wise, because this water is very shallow, which means you're probably stuck doing 5, maybe 10 knots if you don't want to cavitate. These are, of course, running the Tigerfish, but thankfully it's the Tigerfish Mod 2. I'm not sure if it's going to be a heck of a lot better, but hey, it's a start. As for the rest, we have a task force here. This is Blitzen. These guys can throw out 24 penguins. It's 4 of these fast attackers. They will have to transit this exit, which has been seemingly carefully plotted by Il Duce, the scenario creator. Hopefully they will not run aground. What else we got? Well, we got Lynx here, under the command of the Texas. We have the Lucians, the Elliot, and the Nottingham. Oh god, she's back. She's back! Nottingham for some reason always dies. In a scenario where I'm in charge. So that'll be interesting. Kincaid is here and Sterretz. And over here we got the big guns. USS Wisconsin. Capable of launching Tomahawk anti-ship missiles, Harpoon anti-ship missiles, and if everything else fails, we still got 406 or 16-inch guns. Escorted by a whole slew of escorts varying from frigates to destroyers to cruisers. These guys are packing a lot of firepower, but they will take a while to get into range. Now, let's get some eyes on the situation first. And I think that's the Sea King's job. The Sea King AEW. Let's launch maybe 2 of them. So we can have one there and one there. And I hope that those will give me enough information. As for the guys over here, I also want to be launching a couple of birds. Making sure I get a sonobuoy screen. Because there have to be some submarines around. There's always submarines around. Let's set up a screen on the forward ship. 12-7. I'm going to set up a bird here. I'm going to set up a bird there. Actually, we're going to go with more birds. You're also going to launch yours. I'm going to roll out sonobuoys in a triple curtain screen, if you will. The owls are taking off from there. We got the birds taking off from here. Good. The real question is, do we go or do we not go with active sonar? I don't think I'm going to be picking up much in this sea state anyway. So I'm not really sure if it's going to be too useful. Do none of you have a decoy? You do. You do. I don't know if I've ever successfully fooled a torpedo using a torpedo decoy. Formation. I thought there was a button a while ago that allowed you to deploy those decoys automatically for the whole formation. Oh, right. They can't do it because they're going too fast. You cannot do that when going above 25 knots, and some of them are doing exactly that. Alright, so that's not going to be that much of an option, but I don't know if it works anyway. We have our first bird taking off. Owl 1, you're going to go there. You're going to go to 6,000 feet, and you're going to turn your radar on. Owl 2, you're going to go there. It's going to be a hoot. As for the Harriers, I don't know if I should be expecting any kind of air attack, but I'd rather have some form of AA up. So let's go air to air. It'll give them... no. It'll give them 2 sidewinders. Or you can get a whole 4 sidewinders, how about that? What about using the Sea Eagle anti-radiation missile? Is that a feature that I can use? Just cripple their radars. 59 miles. It is actually pretty promising. I could send a mix. I could send a mix. I could send a couple of Harriers up with anti-ship. Launch those Martels, or Sea Eagles rather. And after they're in the air, the next wave is going to be anti-radiation homing. So that whenever a whenever a surface ship turns their radar on to try and spot those things, they'll get hit by an anti-radiation missile, ideally. If they don't manage to shoot all of them down. Which, you know, they can do. Do these things come equipped with radar? Yes! The Ferranti Blue Fox. Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to tell these guys to go with 2 heavy air-to-air intercepts with a whole 4 missiles. And then we're going to have a wave of 6 with anti-ship. 6 anti-ships. And we're going to have 4 with anti-radiation. Or seed. If you want to go in, well, balls to the wall, really, you're going to go in with a strike heavy, and you're going to just, you know, bomb them. That's not something I wish to do. Yeah, let's go into the seed. 4 of you. Okay, so that's the entire air wing, except for the helos, going up. Gentlemen, nice to have you all here. You got 30 buoys? Damn. Okay. That's nice. That means you don't have to resupply for a while. That's something these guys can still learn a thing or two from. 3, 4, 5. And that's 10 buoys. Okay. Over here, we're gonna roll out the carpet. I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're gonna come back over the second axis. These guys too. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not an exact science, at least not this time around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay then. Can my birds tell me anything yet? What's your range on that radar? 108 miles. That's not great. It's not as much as I'd like. Ah, Rabbit 1. Good, you're airborne. Let's have you go and stay at about 1,000 feet. I don't need to have this thing go very far. 10-mile range. If the AI is behaving as they normally do, they're going to send up a whole bunch of helicopters. So sooner rather than later, we'll have targets for these aircraft. Scepter. Are you using... You don't have a total... Doesn't come with a total array. Okay. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Right. Oh, don't get stuck on your waypoint. It's not worth it. Kincaid, launch your helicopter. You're gonna have a radar picket over you. Are you guys all getting hung up on your waypoints now? Yeah, they're all trying to get to their one waypoint. Except you. This is such a narrow battle space. Like, it's a 99 mile across. I think we're gonna have contact with the enemy really quite soon. Turn your radar on. That could be what we're looking for. Can you talk? And you? Okay, that's a merchant, most likely. And that's doing 20 knots. I highly doubt that's a merchant. Highly, highly doubt it. You? Probably not that big of a problem. Agrees to comply. Agrees to comply. I highly, highly encourage you, gentlemen, not to continue on your present course. Because you might find yourself right in the middle of a battle sphere. I don't mean to fat shame a submarine, but this thing looks thick. Like, come on. It's not quite as elegant as an LA, is it? As long as it can get the job done, I don't mind. But it's got tigerfish, so I'm not holding my breath. These are not great torpedoes. What I can do is force these guys to pull back. And I can kind of bottle them up. Because if the Scepter can go east and send a couple of tigerfish north, this formation is going to have to be turning around, which will buy me more time to bring the thunder. That could be the time that I need, because I'm doing 25 knots here. They're doing 20.4, 25 knots here. I'm thinking they're mostly on 20.4, so we got a very, very small margin. Okay, we're going to wait for the rabbits to come up. All these harriers. Can we catch one in the launch? Yes. Another one preparing for takeoff there. Oh, hold on. I think that's the guy who's actually going to take off. You? Who's taking off? You or your friend? You're not taking off. You're taking off. Rabbit 3-3. Alright, let's have it. Radar's a bit glitchy on the ship. Any day now. Fuck's sake, finish your tea. And get your damn aircraft up. What are we waiting for? Oh, now things are happening. Movement. How about that? Who needs a ski jump anyway? Just take off already. Simple. Oh well. We got Rabbit 3-4 taken off. Then we got Rabbit 7 flight. That's the one with the Sea Eagles as well. Good. I don't really want to have that as a separate group, but whatever. We'll deal with that as it comes up. Okay, we're going to lay the soda boy screen. We're going to wait for something to come up, because there probably is another task force there, I think. They had two task forces, Osprey and Eagle, or the other way around. So there has to be another one. We gotta find that one first. All of a sudden, the radar screens are lighting up. We're detecting more contacts here. They're consistent in speed with the rest of them. So they're doing 19 knots. Civilians don't do that. This is our second target group. That's good. But they're too fast. So, here's what I'm thinking. I can push these guys back north with Scepter. I can push these guys east with Portsmouth. Because Portsmouth and our torpedoes simply won't reach that. These are doing... well... okay, this contact is doing 6 knots. This contact is doing 19 knots. Portsmouth is doing 5. And I don't want to have her get detected. But what I can do is have her send something that will get detected, which is a torpedo. If the AI detects a torpedo, they're going to naturally respond by running the other way. Oh, speaking of. So that's what I'm going to do. Pause. My torpedoes are doing 50 knots. They're only doing a 20-mile range. So it really won't take them that long to get there. If 50 knots is what you do in an hour, and they only got 20-mile range, that means that, let's see... if you're doing 50 knots, you're doing what, like 0.83 nautical miles a minute, so the torpedo runs out in about a quarter. About 15, 16 minutes. So where are these going to be in 15, 16 minutes? That's about a quarter of their speed, so I'd say, yeah, like 5 to 6 miles. There. Again, the torpedo doesn't have to hit, it just has to scare them. That's what I'm going to do. Apparently we have been made here, so I'm going to have this formation light up. Air defense, sensor orders, air search. Because I suspect this... Whoa! This one missile won't be alone. No, it will not. Considered hostile. If you got a missile, shoot that down. Because this one, I wouldn't be surprised if it has my formation on visual. And that's how they might have detected me. So I need to stare it to engage that. 10 seconds. We're already starting to engage the inbound swarm of SSN-3Bs, which are currently cruising at 6,000 feet, which is probably why we detected them in the first place. Alright. As for the guys here, they should be about 15-16 minutes. Okay, good. Now, Task Force Rabbit, or rather Flight Rabbit, is standing by. Flight 9 is coming up, and that's the one which have the anti-radiation missiles. It somehow says it's oh, sorry, it's a hardpoint. I thought it said harpoon. 553 miles. Sorry, knots, so exactly the same speed. We know that these are hostile. No. These are hostile. So all I gotta do is set up when these guys are gonna get into about 59-mile range, which is there. Are we all in range? Quite. Quite. I think we have enough missiles to shoot all of this shit down. So I'm not that concerned. Weapons free. Shoot down any bird that gets too close. Rabbit 1, maybe you can intercept this guy. Go do something useful with your time. As for this one, Rabbit 2, yours. Don't fly too high, because I don't know the capabilities of these things. Have you got one of those SAN-6s? Jeez, it looks like you got struck by lightning. If they got SAN-6s, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Yeah, there's more of these bastards coming in. Okay. Do we intercept any yet? No, they're sea skimming now. 71 feet up. A couple of Jezebels going in. Our sea lynx is still dropping the rest. Good. Now, I'm not 100% that I got detected by this aircraft. For all I know, it could be a submarine which actually got me detected. So there could very well be a submarine here. Which would be largely unwelcome. Because I have already enough things to manage right now. This thing's flying 3,000 feet, 450. Right. Suspect. Where are you gonna go? What sort of a mission are we tracking from you? Not much. Like, everybody and their mother has them on search radar or ESM. But we don't know what sort of radar that is. Come on, shall we start intercepting some missiles here? That'd be lovely. Because these things are getting closer and closer and closer. And I'm not in favor of any movements like that. Thank you. Lucians, don't worry, we'll be fine. Plenty of gear to deal with that. Okay, Rabbit, you need one more, right? Ah, Rabbit 9-4, you're ready. Excellent, excellent. Move over there. You're kind of gonna be the second wave. I need you to loiter at around your top range, and then stand by for further orders. Over here, we got the sonobuoy screen going in, but with 8-mile range between them. That is substantial. That's why I'm gonna lay that second line. If they want to push me with a submarine, they probably can. It's a bit much. I think you can still squeeze a submarine through there. Not too hard. That one is not gonna hit. That was not the aircraft that blew up, that was a missile that blew up. A Standard Missile 2ER, I think. Still got 6 missiles in the air that we know of. Emphasis on that we know of, because there could very easily be more. I thought I sent up a radar picket here. You. Air search, surface search. Yeah, see, there's more of that. Who detected that? The Sea Sprite. Because my owls are not in range yet. The British early warning systems. These. 110 knots. Good lord, you're slow. Ah, see? It's a Tu-95. We have them on visual, we have them on radar, we have them on emissions. And we have them on our kill list. Couple missiles getting quite close to my formation now. Got him. Thankfully these are slow. 675. Not that bad. Ah, there's more where that came from. Lovely. Seeing as I didn't exactly come from one of the contacts, there has to be more. We're not getting a full picture yet. Yeah, there's loads of helos all over the place. I'm gonna have to hunt these with Harriers. Because I'm concerned that they will start dropping sonobuoys. And potentially pick up Portsmouth and or Scepter. Which is really not what I want to have happen. Until I'm ready. One missile coming very close now. Targeting most likely Elliot. Standard missile up from Lucian's. Get it. Changing course. They're getting jammed. And we got him. Well done. Well done. Rabbit. Nice combined speed. Yeah, see? There's more. Fox 2. And Fox 2 again. Okay, now we're gonna fly low. We're gonna hunt down helicopters. And I want to do that low, because the helicopters are probably not going to fly that high, and the enemy radar will spot me if I fly too high myself. Now I popped 2 missiles because one might get fooled by flares. The second one probably will not be fooled by flares, because it's about half a mile behind it. Yeah, there's a bunch more. Hello. He got spoofed. He didn't. Haha! And that's why you double tap. Rule 1, double tap. No, I think rule 1's cardio, but that's a whole different discussion. Anyway. Hunt that down. There's another. And another. How did the Soviets still have this many ships left? Because I feel like I've been doing quite a bit of damage to their formations over the past bunch of missions. Yet, it seems that they have absolutely no shortage of incoming warships. They just keep bringing in more. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 missiles coming in. Is that it? Or do you secretly have more stashed away somewhere? Uh-huh. Another semi-large. Now then, how are we going to execute this attack? I think it is math time. These missiles are fairly quick. They're doing 553 knots per hour at top speed. Their range is 59 miles. So, how long will it take them to complete their 59-mile track? That is 0.10 of an hour times 60 is 6.4 minutes. So, 6.4 minutes. If I want to simultaneously strike with this task force here using the harpoon, we're looking at a missile which is slightly slower. Not by much, but it can be significant. That is 540 knots per hour. Which means it will take 65 divided by 540 is 0.112 of an hour times 60 minutes is 7 minutes. 7.22 minutes, in fact, for them to complete their transit. This means the ships here have to start launching slightly before the Rabbit 3 and Rabbit 9 do. That's the way this is gonna go. Now, I cannot afford to lose a Harrier, so we're going to go even lower. I really need my Harriers alive. I would not be surprised if this is another Tu-95, which is for some reason doing only an altitude of 3,000 feet. Can't fathom why, because there's not really any reason for them to do that. It wouldn't really help them with detections. So I don't quite understand why they would. I've intercepted another one of their incoming missiles. Ah, you're in range. Good. Sidewinder out.
Engaging track 7043.
Come on. Thank you. These things don't have the luxury of popping any kind of a decoy, I think. Some... Well, actually, some helicopters do. Some don't. We're gonna shoot one. Goodbye, drop tanks. I'm actually too high with this aircraft. 2,000 feet. 1, 2, 3. Shoot again. Turn around. Dip down. 3 more anti-ship missiles inbound. What are we facing? That's big. Tu-95. Okay. Better dead than red. Goodbye. And that's the K-27PL dead as well. Good. Now we're going to hunt this guy down. And over here, I don't really have much to do for Rabbit 2, so I'm going to tell them to hold. Is everybody in range? Yes. Excellent. Okay. Okay. Now, as you can see, this mission is not as straightforward as you might imagine, because there is a very close battle space. That doesn't mean it's going to be an easy mission, and there is lots more to do, which I will do in the next part. Thank you for watching this one. I hope you've enjoyed. Join me for the next one, because we're starting the attack then. If you want to see that right away, you can. Link down below is a join button, which will allow you to become a channel member, and if you are a channel member, you can immediately see all the pre-scheduled content, including the next parts to this mission. And hey, you're supporting my work too. It's $1 a month. I cannot make it any cheaper than that. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you soon for the next part.